Hello there YouTube, this is ODC, it's me, and I'm back with another action figure review. This is my review of the Marvel Legends US Agent from the Marvel Legends line, the newer Marvel Legends line from Hasbro. And I just want to say that I really am a big fan of this figure. I think there's only really two gripes I have with this figure, and it's nothing crazy at all. He looks really great. I really like the head sculpt. I like the basic look of him. He really captures the overall look of John Walker as US Agent, and definitely the face sculpt says that that's John Walker underneath the mask. So yeah, definitely looks cool. I'll get to the gripes really quick and get those out of the way. My only two gripes is that I wish he didn't have the star there. I liked it better I liked his look better when he did not have the star on his shield and that was just a black. But I mean, you can pretty much sand that down and paint it if you want, or if you just want to get lazy with it, you could just paint that black and then you're all set. But the other gripe, I just wish he was a touch taller, because he's actually much shorter than he's supposed to be 6'4", and Steve Rogers is supposed to be only 6'2", and he's much shorter than Steve Rogers. So that's my only two gripes. Nothing too crazy. I'm just really glad that we got this guy. When they announced it, I was very happy, because I liked US Agent and I like Captain America, even though those two hate each other. Or well, Steve doesn't really hate him, but John is not a big fan of Captain America. They don't see eye to eye. They tend not to see eye to eye. But I am a big fan of US Agent. I have a bunch of his different story arcs, including the Siege, which is this. And if you have not checked out this, you probably should. It's a really great story. Check it out. It's a much older story. It came out a long time ago. Not a long time ago, but you know, nothing too recent. So, but he actually was in this story. I don't want to give too much away, but the reason why, let me bring him back in there. Sorry. The reason why he's no longer U.S. Agent, and if you Wicca superhero Wikipedia him, he's actually the commissioner, or excuse me, commissioner. He's actually the warden of a prison, and he is a what's wrong with me? I'm having like brain farts right now. He's actually missing his two missing limbs. He's missing an arm and a leg, so he's a wheelchair-bound warden, and but he can still kick some ass. He actually kicked the crap out of two inmates in one story arc. But really great character. Really like him. He can be kind of brash and kind of an asshole. So that's so that's kind of why I like him. But that's the other reason why I'm a Jason Todd fan. But yeah, he decided to stay and not get robotic prosthetics, because the guy that cut his arm and leg off, or it was actually had robotic. It was an android, basically, the Scourge at the time in that story. So sorry if that took too long to explain everything, but I was trying to, I couldn't get my words out the way I wanted to, apparently. But really great figure. I'm done babbling. I've been fucking talking forever. I'm sorry, I just swore. But, because I hardly ever swear on here, but it's coming out today. His head does move up very well, and moves down very good. Left and right easily. Can do a full 360. Let me take his shield off there so you can see him. And he does kind of have no jive turkey neck. No, it's not going to do some jive turkey. So, no jive turkey neck. Haven't done that in a while. But his arm does have a great range of motion going up and down. Does do a full 360 and a nice clicking, so you know it's going into position. Really great ab crunch, and they did continue the line detail over here with the paint, and it goes back very well, or forward very well, and back nicely. Waist swivel, has T-jointed hips, big plus, love the T-jointed hips. Forward and back, has a upper thigh swivel, double jointed knees, a boot cut swivel, and the best ankle articulation out there right now, basically. Going forward and up and down, and that really nice ankle pivot, which gives you a really good motion for some posing and some ACBA work. Does have double jointed elbows, which I did not get to, sorry, and a bicep swivel, a rotation at the wrist, no glove rotation, and a hinge at the wrist. So he's got loads of articulation. He has a really great look to him. I really am a big fan of this figure. Hopefully we get a traditional Captain America and they could just basically repaint it and put a different Steve Rogers head on there and call it a day, really, because I'd like a more younger Steve Rogers look than a more traditional looking Steve Rogers. But yeah, he's really great. His shield is basically that tiny little shield that they give the Captain Americas and Bucky Cap and now US Agent with the this clip and post articulation on the back of there, so you can either clip it to his arm, which it clips in just like this. It's kind of tough with these gloves because these gloves are a little bit thicker, but it does stay on very well. See, I can shake it and it's not going anywhere. Or you can post it on his back here. He's got a little hole on his back there, and it just posts right in. So there you go. That looks nice, I guess. What else could I say about this guy? He, as far as paint goes, his paint looks pretty crisp. You can definitely tell that probably over time this paint over here on his chest will probably start chipping away or flake off or whatever. But that's with anything. Nothing's gonna last forever, I guess. But he does have nice detail on his belt here. I really like the design on his chest. It does look good. This face sculpt just is awesome. I love this face sculpt. He just looks really pissed. It's like, I got my arm and leg cut off. Now I'm in a wheelchair. Sorry about that. Ooh. Choking. He does have a gun and he does come with a knife, and a lot of people actually complain about this, and I've heard people complain about this, is that there's nowhere to put his gun and knife. But guess what, guys? There was nowhere to put his gun and knife in the comics. He had this basic utility belt, which Captain America used also, and that was his look. He just kind of carried the gun on him, or But they're like, oh, he gave Bucky Cap. Well, Bucky Cap had a gun holster and a knife holster and a canteen. So they're being true to his look and doing that. So just put the gun in his hand and put the knife in the other hand, which the knife actually does kind of wobble in this hand. But nothing too crazy. It'll still sit in there. It's okay. I really like the gloves. The glove work here looks good. Looks really nice. I like that. I like these boots. These kind of like swashbuckling boots, which Captain America and US Agent wore back then. And yeah, he actually was Captain America for a short period of time. And yeah. So there you go. There is my review. Wrapping it up here. wrap it up before you slap it up. There is my review of my Marvel Legends U.S. Agent, John Walker, U.S. Agent. There we go. And yeah, so there he is. He stands very, very nicely. Get him into a bunch of really cool poses. And he is a must-get if you are a Captain America fan or a U.S. Agent fan, or if you try to set up your West Coast Avengers. He's a good one to get. So definitely let me know what you guys think. If I had to rate this figure, I'd probably give him, I'm going to give him a 10 out of 10. I really like that they're true to his look. They really did him well with his face sculpt. I don't really see any really big minuses with him at all. He's got fantastic articulation. I love the body buck that they used for him. And yeah, so I'm going to give him a perfect 10 out of 10. I think he's a perfect figure. So go out and grab him. He's a pretty common figure, so you shouldn't have too tough of a time finding him. And he's fairly new within the last year. And so yeah, let me know what you guys think. Rate, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys on the flip side.